Welcome to Nightmares and Grief, a place to explore and celebrate the darkness. Each episode, I'll read stories written by me, Derrick Heisey. So settle in, check under the bed, and pour a drink for the skeletons in your closet. It's time to start.
Mommy, can I have a cup of water?
Charlene turns around from the sink, drying her hands on her apron and smiling. Of course, sweetie. She moves to the cupboard. What cup do you want?
Elsa, Elsa, Elsa!
Miranda beams, rolling up onto the balls of her feet and throwing her hands into the air. Charlene smiles. The blue plastic cup has been washed so many times that the images of Anna and Elsa are nearly gone. Still, it's Miranda's favorite cup, so they keep it. Charlene worries vaguely about the quality of the water. She's heard on Instagram that microplastics are bad and that old plastic eating-ware contributes. Now, as she fills the plastic cup, she wonders. Miranda thanks her mother and bounds off, holding the cup with both little hands. Idly, Charlene leans over the island and scrolls through Instagram, hoping to find inspiration for lunch. She hovers over an ad, as she often does. BioCleanse, the microplastic detox solution. A probiotic supplement guaranteed to remove up to 90% of microplastic contamination in the human body. Charlene gazes idly down the hall where little Miranda bounded off. Is it really even a problem? It was. She can't sleep because the summer heat has crept through the ancient windows and the fan is creaky and there are microplastics in her daughter. So she flips onto her side, grabs her phone, and goes to the bathroom. On the toilet, she opens Facebook and searches, "What are microplastics?" The rabbit hole is long and deep. Meta AI reports that they are tiny plastic particles, smaller than grains of sand, shed from water bottles, food packaging, and synthetic clothing. They accumulate in organs over decades: the liver, the lungs, the brain. 7 grams in the average person's brain alone. Chronic inflammation, gut disruption and gastrointestinal issues, memory and cognitive deficiencies, reproductive harm, cancer. Charlene cradles her face in her hands, rolling her weight onto the knife edge of her feet and curling in her toes. She bites her lip and fights back the sting in her eyes, taking deep breaths against the constriction in her throat. She searches for the BioCleanse ad again. It's expensive. Cheaper than cancer treatment, Charlene thinks. The landing page promises that it's an investment. An investment in health. An investment in the future. Charlene knows Carl will disapprove, so she orders the family subscription with her secret credit card. By the time she presses submit, she feels better. BioCleanse promises weight loss, stronger nails, glossier skin, reduced brain fog, and shorter afternoon crashes. Overall reduced inflammation. A cleansing. A healing. She goes to bed after that. She can sleep. Charlene pours the dose of BioCleanse into the bottom of the empty mug. The colorless, flavorless medicine mixes perfectly with the coffee. Carl never notices. Charlene tells herself it was like creamer. She tells herself she's doing this for her family's health. She takes hers in the bathroom after Carl leaves for work every day. She downs the little vial like a shot of tequila. BioCleanse promises results in 5 to 7 days, and Charlene opened up an Instagram account, @CleanCharlene, to document her journey. She already has 302 followers, and it's only been a couple of days. Every day she takes a progress photo in her underwear and updates her fans in the caption. Look how much shinier my hair is. I think my nails are stronger too. Tell me in the poll, do you think my skin looks healthier? And don't even get me started on the sex. I don't think I've been this attracted to my husband since high school. While in the shower, Charlene fantasizes about millions of followers. She visualizes a sponsorship deal with BioCleanse. She imagines quitting her part-time bookkeeping job, about Carl finally seeing her as more than just Miranda's mom. She imagines what her book deal will look like and how she could pay off her credit card with the profit. Miranda seems different, calmer, more regulated, even better than when Charlene cut sugar out of her diet. Her eyes appear glassier, but Charlene figures it must be a result of the microplastics being consumed by BioCleanse bacteria. Everything is coming together. God bless BioCleanse. Charlene sneaks the miracle tonic into Miranda's Elsa cup every afternoon and Carl's coffee every morning. She's lost 12 pounds and has 11,597 followers on @CleanCharlene. She notices the Elsa cup seems thinner, as if the interior has worn away. And it hasn't worn away a little. The cup, once sturdy and thick, hardly pliable, now folds when she grips it. Miranda has noticed. She doesn't ask for the Elsa cup anymore. Do you want a grown-up cup? Charlene asks hopefully. A glass cup? Miranda considers this for a moment and then nods. She seems apprehensive when she walks away with the new glass. It's heavier, obviously, and maybe that's why. Carl lounges on the couch in the living room, absently scratching at a rash that's been building the last few days. Charlene faintly hears the news from the kitchen. Something about strange reports of a new illness spreading across the country. The president has assured everyone that there's nothing to worry about. Charlene ignores it. She doesn't follow politics. Instead, she leans over the island and scrolls Instagram for dinner ideas with the organic, pasture-raised, corn-fed, antibiotic-free chicken breast she defrosted that morning. She stops mid-scroll when she notices Jessica has a live stream going. Charlene remembers that her son's swim meet was soon and wonders if that's what she's streaming. Robert's been having a hard time lately. Jessica said he's sick. His skin is getting sallow. His voice is dropping strangely, and he's been running a mild fever for a week. But the swim meet was important to Robert, and the doctor cleared him, said it was probably just puberty hitting him hard, so Jessica said she'd let him go. Charlene covertly recommended BioCleanse and showed Jessica her Insta page, and Jessica became very quiet. Charlene wonders how Robert's doing, so she opens the feed. Sure enough, a wall of echoey cheers blares from her phone, punctuated by watery slaps. Everything's so crisp and clear. Charlene is jealous of Jessica's iPhone. She can't make out who's who, but she doesn't have time to process it anyway. Everything happens so quickly. First, there's a little sparkle in the water. Then the sparkle takes on a blue hue. Then the panic begins. All of the swimmers stop and turn to face the center lane. Charlene can now tell that the center lane swimmer must be Robert. The blue sparkles seem to be leaking out of him. On the other side of the phone, Jessica asks, What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Even though the camera is shaky, Charlene notices that Robert seems to glow with the same blue bioluminescence as the streaks in the water. He brings up his arms for a stroke, and his hand seems to be dissolving. Every time the hand emerges from the water, less of it is there. He finally seems to notice something is wrong and stops. He holds his hands before him and watches in horror as they disappear. not dissolving, liquefying. Robert's face opens into shocked horror. His fingers are gone, melting into a blue sludge that drips into the pool, increasing its luminescence. He turns his head to the stands, clearly searching for Jessica, when he bursts like a water balloon, splattering sparkly blue fluid all over the other swimmers. The camera drops, clattering to the floor, facing the ceiling. There is silence except for the screen. Charlene now has 1.4 million followers, but she is not well. Her skin, no longer firm and glossy, has taken on a semi-translucent sheen, revealing blue bioluminescent veins webbing her arms, legs, and stomach. Her hair has fallen out in clumps. Her eyes glow blue. She's in the bathroom, recording herself in the mirror on a live stream, begging her followers for help. Her blue tears sparkle in the light. The chat shares thoughts and prayers. Some of them empathize. They're looking for answers too. Often the phrase, "it's the bio-cleanse," appears. The television blares panicked news reports in the other room. Words like microbial transformation and apocalyptic death toll emerge with voices speaking in strange, altered harmonics. Carl is a blue puddle on the couch, but the puddle seems to be alive. It writhes with colonies of bacteria that thrived on the microplastics he'd accumulated in his body for decades. Charlene hasn't heard a peep from Miranda's room all day. She hasn't had the courage to go inside. As she streams, Charlene notices her follower count skyrocketing. 1.4 million quickly becomes 1.7 million, which jumps to 2.3 million. Everyone is watching as her jaw loosens in her skull and her chin's flesh putrefies into blue sludge, dribbling down her breasts before finally falling off completely, revealing the stub of a tongue. The phone clatters to the floor. 5 million followers.
Thank you for sharing my nightmares and helping me carry the grief. If you enjoyed the story, please share your favorite nightmare with a friend or family member, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. If you want to go deeper, ever wondered what your favorite story reveals about your psychology? I offer story shadow readings where I analyze what your chosen narrative says about your inner patterns and growth edges. I also do psychological tarot readings focused on shadow work and pattern recognition rather than predictions. Links to both services are in the description if you're curious about what insights might emerge. For ongoing support, you can find me on Patreon or buy my books on Amazon. I've linked to both in the description. You can connect with me on Instagram or Threads at Nightmares and Grief. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Good night.